Okay, welcome to Blue Flyer TV. I decided to set up a FPV system for my 350QX, and I decided to use the Fat Shark Teleporter 3 system. It's inexpensive and it has some pretty good reviews, so I decided to get it. So I'm going to show you guys my the components I've chosen and how I hooked it up. Okay, first of all, the camera system. I used my GoPro Hero 3 camera over there, and I hooked it up to the 600 milliwatt immersion video transmitter over there with a circular antenna, and I hooked it up on top here, and as you can see, it's pretty far from the propellers, and I've heard that you should have your antenna upright, and so I decided to do that. And of course, I'm using the Fat Shark goggles here, and I've also bought the SpiroNet circular antenna. So I'm going to start with the video transmitter on the 350QX, because it's pretty much just the heart of the FPV system here, of course close to the ground station, but I decided to put it right there. I know it looks precarious because the antenna's close to the props here, the blade, but it's not really that close. If you look on from the top, you can see it's pretty far, and I've also put a electrical tape there just to ensure that it doesn't kind of go forward over here, but it's pretty secure. In addition to that, the reason I put it on there is this antenna, this connection right about here, gets pretty hot. And if you guys notice that, or if you try doing this transmitter gets pretty warm over on this section, so it's good to have a good airflow. So I think the spinning props here would provide a lot of good airflow to keep that nice and cool as I fly, and so that's the reason why I set it up over there. In addition to that, I've seen some setup where it's hanging back here. My problem with that is that in event of a bad landing or a crash, if it's dangling down here, that could easily take the antenna out with your video transmitter, and that's a pretty penny there. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny, so I've decided to hook it up right there on the side. Okay, to power the video transmitter, I've decided to get a cable here with a JST connector tap. It's this is a Dean's, and it has it's a battery tap, which is actually pretty neat. I don't have, so that basically eliminates me having to have too many wires back here. So with that wire tap, I'm able to extend the connector, the power going out of the 350QX, which I really like, because I don't like bending this part over here too much. So basically I just connected it. Let me just see if I could show you guys this way. So basically it goes like that. It goes underneath the arm, which is, again, for safety reason. It's nice and secure back there, so that's why I hooked it up back there. And I also modified, as you can see, these things are coming out over here. I don't like this thing to be open, the battery hatch there. So I modified the battery case and basically cut that side there and put a little door here. So basically, let me see if I could show this to you. So when I close the lid here, this slides over here. I'll do this with one hand, and basically it just slides in there. It locks in pretty secure. Pop, and it's right there. Boom. Okay, so from the camera, from the GoPro camera out the front over there, I hooked up the camera lead from the video transmitter, and it easily hooks up right there on the side. So not a big deal. It's just a USB connector, and that just connects all the way to, let's see here, to the video transmitter. So basically everything is coming out from the back here, the power line in the video transmitter, the video output going to the GoPro, which is right here. Okay, this is my first try on the FPV. I'm doing this on the blue mode, the stability mode, to take off, just to get the feel of this whole thing. And so far so good. I'm getting a little static over here, but I think it's because I'm still too close to me. So let's see how far I can get. So it gets a lot clearer now that I'm here. So it's actually a pretty good view from the FPV goggles here, once you get used to it, where to focus and where to look. So this is all just on the blue mode, stability mode, and right now I have this set up on 1080p 30 frames a second on my GoPro Hero 3. So I'm not really too worried about getting too far or getting disoriented, which I have, because I've tested it, and in one flick, as you all know, there's a return home feature, so I could easily flick that back. And what's great about having the FPV view is I'm able to go all the way back here and quite far, and manage to get my orientation, as opposed to if I'm sitting where I am and just doing a line of sight. Sometimes I get disoriented as far as where's the front and back of the QX here. So, but this is perfect. Basically, forward goes forward, left goes left, and right goes right, and back goes back. So this is perfect. So far, at this height and this far, I'm not getting any static, so my video transmitter is holding up pretty nicely. So I'm just taking it nice and slow here. And of course, I spoke too soon about the return to home feature. About 10-15 feet over its starting point, it descended down pretty quickly. I don't know if it's the combination of the video transmitter and the GoPro, all that electronics over it. So but it did its return to home process, and after the whole quick bounce, so it's all good right now. So hopefully by sharing this FPV experience, you guys have some idea on how to put yours together and maybe do some FPV yourself. That's about it for me. This is Blue Flyer for Blue Flyer TV. I'll check you guys out later. Take care. Bye bye.